This week on Football Daily, we're looking at 10 players who just can't escape the loan system. And we couldn't make this list solely about Chelsea, so expect some variety. Let's go. 10. Valentino Lazaro. We start with Valentino Lazaro, who has been firmly stuck in the loan system since joining Inter Milan in 2019. 6 dismal appearances in Serie A did little to justify the £20 million they'd paid Hertha Berlin for his services, and by the turn of 2020, his San Siro dream was on pause, with the Austrian wingback on loan at Newcastle. But Lazaro flopped under Steve Bruce. He scored once over 6 months, took a mere 4 shots and created just 8 chances, landing him a dismal WHO scored rating of 6.2. However, that didn't stop Borussia Mönchengladbach taking him on next, and life back in the Bundesliga proved much kinder to Lazaro, as even though he started just 13 matches, he still produced the 4th most blocks in the entire division. But this still didn't open any doors for him at Inter, as last season he was sent away again, this time to Benfica. And this summer he signed with Torino, on loan of course. Regardless of how he performs with El Toro, we doubt the 26-year-old will ever pull on the Inter jersey again. 9. Oscar Rodriguez. Oscar Rodriguez probably thought he'd escaped the loan cycle for good after earning a £12 million switch to Sevilla just 1 year ago. Prior to that, the Real Madrid Academy graduate had spent 2 seasons with Leganés, scoring an impressive 13 times from midfield across 61 La Liga appearances. In fact, in 2019-20, he produced the 9th most shots on target in the whole division, although his efforts couldn't prevent Los Pepineros succumbing to the drop. But not to worry for Rodriguez, as not only did he earn a call-up to the Spanish national side, but a permanent switch to Sevilla. At just 22, his days battling relegation look surely over. However, it hasn't worked out for Rodriguez in Andalusia. He's failed to find the target once for Julian Lopetegui's side, and spent the second half of last season helping Getafe scrape to safety. This year he's on the move again, this time with Celta Vigo. A goal from 4 starts suggests Rodriguez might have found his level, so long may his good form continue in Galicia. 8. Ethan Ampadu. Sadly, it has never really worked out for Ethan Ampadu at Stamford Bridge. On the books with the club since 2017, the Exeter City boy wonder has played just 12 times for the Blues, and just once in the Premier League. Instead, Ampadu has been sent on 4 separate loan spells with varying degrees of success. His first took him to RB Leipzig, where he barely featured, before propping up Sheffield United's midfield in 2020-21. The Blades were relegated that season, but Ampadu had finally earned 25 valuable Premier League appearances. This got Ampadu a move to Italy, where he has come alive. The 36-capped Welsh international might have suffered relegation again with Venezia, but he began to show his qualities. Last season, Ampadu produced a massive 5.2 tackles and interceptions per 90, along with monstrous blocks, clearances and aerial win numbers. The one downside to his style, the 13 yellows and 2 red cards he picked up across the campaign. Still, his tenaciousness has earned him another loan spell back in Serie A, this time with Spezia. Put in another solid campaign, and perhaps Thomas Tuchel will begin to take the 21-year-old more seriously. 7. Yangel Herrera. Among Manchester City's fringe stars, Yangel Herrera stands out for constantly being on the move. The Venezuelan midfielder has still never made a single senior appearance for the club, instead spending the last 5 years away on loan. First was a 2-year stint with New York FC before an extended period in Spain with Huesca and then Granada and Espanyol. And now the 24-year-old has returned to La Liga again, this time signing with another member of the City football group, Girona. It is slightly puzzling that a 25-cap Venezuelan international has never earned a remote chance at City. After all, Herrera has over 100 La Liga appearances to his name and plays in a position City are relatively short in, even after forking out £44 million to sign Calvin Phillips from Leeds. He is no slouch either. In 2019-20, while with Granada, he ranked among the top players in Spain for tackles and pressures, and currently averages 2.2 clearances and 3.7 aerial wins per 90. Big numbers for a defensive midfielder. Transfermarkt has valued him as high as £16 million, such is his ability. With his contract expiring at City in 2024, next summer might be the time we finally see them cash in on Herrera for the last time. 6. Andrea Petagna. Italian clubs love sending players on loan. As per Transfermarkt, in Serie A, 334 players have been lent out to rivals and beyond this summer, ranging from 52 at Atalanta to just 7 at Udinese. With that in mind, Italian players often find themselves stuck in the loan cycle throughout their careers. Just take our next example, Andrea PETAGNA, an AC Milan youth product who first emerged on the scene in 2012. PETAGNA's early years were spent on short trips to the likes of Sampdoria and Ascoli. A permanent switch to Atalanta delivered 2 years of top-flight action for the young forward. However, a move to Spal would prove to be his making. 16 goals on loan with the club saw him become their record signing, before a further 12 strikes in 2019-20 earned him a dream move to Napoli. But in the pressure cooker of the Diego Armando Maradona, PETAGNA's shots collapsed to around 2 per 90 and the goals dried up. It meant this summer he was thrust back into the loan system, joining Serie A new boys Monza. He needs I biancorossi to survive for the deal to become permanent, but 0 wins from their first 4 games suggests that this might be wishful thinking. 5. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Something has failed to click for Ainsley Maitland-Niles at Arsenal, as after making 90 appearances for the first team between 2017 and 2020, the academy graduate has been cast aside in the years since. First up came a loan stint under Sam Allardyce at West Bromwich Albion. It gave him the chance to play in his preferred position in midfield, although he proved powerless to stop the Baggies' relegation. And then came a 6-month loan stay with Roma last summer, after being ruthlessly denied a permanent switch to Everton. To his credit, AMN produced a massive 3.4 crosses per 90 in Italy, and saw his blocks and pressure success rates all hit career highs. But he was nothing more than a rotation option to help maintain Roma's hunt for the Conference League title, and left with just 8 more appearances to his name. Now Maitland-Niles has signed with Southampton, and it feels like now or never for him to show what he can really do, as a strong season at St Mary's should earn the 25-year-old the permanent switch away from the Emirates his career needs to keep developing. 4. Rony Lopes. Before Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden or Brahim Diaz, Rony Lopes was the superstar in the Manchester City Academy, as after becoming their youngest ever goal scorer at just 17, it looked like anything was possible for the Brazilian-born Portuguese playmaker. A successful summer at the Under-19 European Championships in 2014 convinced Lille to take him on loan, after which he decided to leave City permanently to guarantee first-team football. Monaco happily obliged, paying City £10 million for the teenager. Lopes stayed on loan at Lille for 2 more seasons, before exploding at Monaco with 16 goals in the 2017-18 campaign, bettered by only Radamel Falcao in their squad. In 2019, Sevilla had paid over £22 million to bring him to Spain. But this is where Lopes' career has gone sour, as rather than sell in Andalusia, he's been cast off to Nice and Olympiacos. Both clubs had options to buy the midfielder, but both said no, meaning the 26-year-old's latest loan is to Ligue Minos Troyes, ironically a member of the City Football Group. With only 2 Portuguese caps and a Transfermarkt valuation of just £3.6 million, Lopes has not fulfilled his potential. Let's see if his latest trip to France can be the move to get him back on track. 3. Joel Campbell. For a brief moment during the 2014 World Cup, Joel Campbell looked like a genuine star. His goals and skill helped Costa Rica beat Uruguay, Italy and Greece to reach the quarter-finals, and Arsenal fans were right to be excited for what player might return to the Emirates. By this point, the winger had been a gunner for 3 years, though due to work permit issues had spent that entire period on loan with Lorient, Real Betis and then Olympiacos. In Greece, Campbell had netted 8 in 32 Super League appearances, further fueling the anticipation of his North London debut. But Campbell never took his chance under Arsene Wenger. He finished the 2014-15 campaign on loan with Villarreal, and while he did score 4 in 30 appearances the following season, that proved to be that. Loan spells with Real Betis and Sporting concluded his time with Arsenal before leaving permanently to Serie A Minos Frosinone in 2019. But the 30-year-old's loan adventures don't end there. The Mexican outfit's Leon borrowed him for 18 months before signing him permanently, but last season, where would he be? You guessed it, on loan again in Mexico, this time with Monterrey. 2. Michael Hector. Okay, we are slightly cheating here, as Michael Hector hasn't been a loanee in 3 years. But there is no player who understands the system better than the 6'4" centre-half, as since turning professional way back in 2009, Hector has been sent out on loan an astonishing 15 times. The Jamaican international started his career with Reading, and immediately embarked on 5 short spells with non-league clubs from Bracknell Town to Horsham, before stepping up in 2011 with the Irish giants Dundalk, then Barnet, Shrewsbury Town, Aldershot and Cheltenham. A prosperous 6-month loan stint with Aberdeen in 2013 finally caught Reading's attention, and he became a regular with his parent side over the next 18 months. This earned Hector a surprise deadline day switch to Chelsea in the summer of 2015. However, normal service quickly resumed, first returning to Reading before 3 more loan spells with Eintracht Frankfurt, Hull City and Sheffield Wednesday. Fulham snapped up Hector permanently following his successful time with the Owls, but after helping them to promotion in 2019-20, the 35-cap Jamaican slowly faded from the scene, only appearing 4 times under Marco Silva last season. Now a free agent, hopefully this Football League legend can find another club soon. 1. Bubba Rahman. Believe it or not, Bubba Rahman is still a Chelsea player. This may come as a shock, especially considering the 28-year-old hasn't kicked a ball for the Blues since 2016. And what's even more amazing is that his deal with the West Londoners runs until 2024, following a slightly baffling extension last summer. So where has Rahman been all these years? The Ghanaian's nomadic journey has taken him to Schalke, Stade Reims and Mallorca, plus PAOK in Greece, although in total he's made just 59 club appearances between 2016 and 2021. However, luck hasn't always been on his side, with various injury problems keeping the former Augsburg star stuck on the sidelines. But last season, things started to go right for Rahman. Sent on loan to Reading, the Ghanaian international shone in the Championship, with his monstrous defensive contribution of over 4.5 tackles per 90, proving vital in helping the Royals narrowly avoid relegation. And he showed glimpses of the attacking threat that once made Chelsea pay £16 million for his services, producing well over 4 dribbles and crosses per 90. Reading were so pleased with Rahman they brought him back for another season, finally providing a home for Chelsea's forgotten man. So that was our look at 10 players that can't escape the loan system, but who have we missed out? Let us know in the comments down below. As always, make sure you're subscribed to Football Daily with notifications switched on, and if you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.